on in to Donna's Sewing Circle. How are you today? If you have stumbled across me on the internet, you must be a beginner sewer. And that's my superpower. I teach people how to sew. I've been doing this for 20 years, and I love to watch the spark come alive in new students. And I've had some of my students actually quit their jobs and do sewing full time, so it's very rewarding. And I pray that the same thing happens to you. So today is the bonus round of my 6th sewing lesson. I taught this, and I still teach it, in our local community. It's a 6-week course, 1 lesson a week. You are blessed. You get to see it once a day for 6 days, or however often you can watch my videos. You could binge watch them and see them all in one day, but my students always had to wait a week to come and see me again, so you are blessed. At any rate, today is the bonus round of our makeup bag, and the bonus round we're adding a strap, and it's called fussy cutting. I found geese in my stash today, and I fussy cut the geese out, and that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to teach you how to fussy cut and put a strap on your makeup bag so you can take it to the fair, put your wallet in it, your purse, your wallet, your phone in it, and you can carry it around and not lose it. So, come on in. Okay, for our project today, we will need (6 by 10), 2 pieces, one for the front and one for the back. Like I said, this is vintage fabric, so as you can see, it has stains on it. I will be fussy cutting this, and fussy cutting, for those who don't know, so I'll be fussy cutting this, and for those who don't know, fussy cutting is picking and choosing parts of the fabric that you want to use. Instead of me just cutting here and doing my 10 inches, I want this to be the center. So I will, my fabric needs to be 6 by 10. And I'm going to cut one piece at a time so they both match. So I want that to be the center of my little bag. It's 10 inches long, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 inches. Wait a minute. Let's get a section of this cut out. And I'm going to cut it out large. And then cut it out from there. And with this being such a fun design, I may actually fussy cut some of the geese out for different parts of the bag. Okay, I want this goose to be the center of my bag. My bag, let me cut some more off because it's too big and I can't see everything. So we'll cut these geese off. And cut the edge off. Okay, so it has to be 10 inches wide and 6 inches tall. My geese, this has measurements on it. Each square is 1 inch. So my goose is approximately 3 inches wide. So I need 1.5 inches on this side and 1.5 inches on this side to get my 6 inches. Does that make sense? Is that y'all following along? So I want to center this again. I'm going to put it right there. Okay. So there I've centered that line on the line on my cutting mat. Okay, now 3 inches over should be the end of my goose, and it is. So we know that she's 6 or 3 inches. So I need 1.5 inches on this side, because 1.5 inches and 1.5 inches equals 3. And if my goose is 3, that'll give me my 6 inches. And that needs to be wide. And you measure twice, cut once. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I don't want to mess up. So you notice I'm counting quite a bit. That's because I've messed up many times in the past, and I don't want to mess up. I want my goose in the middle. Alright, now it needs to be 10 inches this way. Once again, I would like my goose to be centered in the 10 inches. So we know she's 3, so put her back here. There's 3, so we know that this is the other 3, so that's 3 inches. Okay. The line is not straight. Okay. So that means we have 7 more inches that I need. 1, 2, 3, 3.5. 1, 2, 3.5. That would be the 7 inches, right? Let's line this up. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's a whole inch off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I got to cut off 1 inch. Let's put the goose back in the middle, because I want the same amount on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need to cut a little bit off this side. I'm going to even this out. Actually, I need to cut off 1/2 inch on each side. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. It's a little bit off. Let's even it up. All right. Now I need another piece, just like this, for the other side. Now this one will be a little more easier to figure out because I've got a sample to go with. So we're going to put the goose right over this goose. Now I'm making it just a little larger. I will cut it down. It's not perfect. Okay. She should be. I should be able to do it a 1/2 inch there. Okay, there's our 2 fussy cut pieces. That's our front and back of our goose bag. It's a really pretty striped fabric that matches it really well. We'll use it. Alright, there's our 2 inside pieces, our lining. And this we will use for the zipper pull. It needs to be 2 inches by 3 inches. And you only need one because we'll be folding it and using it. Alright, there's our zipper pull. Okay, now the plastic zipper. And you can cut plastic zippers. The pouch will be is 10 inches across. So the zipper needs to be 9 inches. It needs to be 1 inch less the length of the bag. So I'm going to measure 9 inches and cut off the excess. Because it's plastic, it will cut. I don't have any idea how you're supposed to cut metal zippers. So I don't cut them. Now, this is the zipper pull. You fold it like a gum wrapper, like a Wrigley's gum wrapper. You fold one side to the middle, then you fold the other side to the middle. You finger press it. Now you can also do this ironing board. It would be more of a permanent crease. It might be easier for a beginner. Once you fold both sides to the middle, you fold it again, and then you fold it in half. Now you take a pair of scissors and you cut right down the middle where the seam is, or the fold is. Now you put your zipper inside that fold.
Okay, so you take the zipper pull. You may have to refold it, but that crease there in the middle, after you see where you fold it on itself, the zipper pull, the zipper goes right there in the middle, and then you fold it over. See how I did that? Okay. Now, your needle needs to be at the very edge, on the left edge of the fabric. Now, you refold the zipper pull. This end is a little more difficult. It's easier if you pull the zipper pull partially and leave the zipper partially open. You do have to hold the zipper closed when you sew it, though. Once you get it in position, slide it underneath your needle, reposition the zipper as you need it before you sew. Hold the zipper closed. Take your time, there's no hurry. Okay, see where now you cut the overhang off on both sides of the zipper so it's flush with the zipper. Then you flip it and do the other side too. So all four edges are flush with your zipper. You guys are doing great. Okay, now for the hard part. Well, it's not hard. It's the challenging part. You flip the zipper upside down. See, the zipper pull is down. You center the zipper on the front side of your outer fabric. And then you take your lining. The right sides should be facing each other. The right side of the lining needs to be facing the duck or the goose. Now you have to line all three pieces of fabric, the two pieces of fabric and the zipper. They have to be even because you want to catch all three pieces when you're sewing. Pin it or zip it, and only work with about an inch at a time. If you try to line up the whole side at once, you're going to drive yourself crazy because it's impossible. So just take it 1 inch at a time. Pull the zipper up. Make sure it's okay. Want to make sure my zipper was half undone. You do have to make sure your zipper is half unzipped. Line all the edges up, 1 inch at a time. Just take your time. Okay, once you get them pinned, you're ready to sew. Now you do not want to, when you stitch, you do not want to sew over the zipper teeth. You want to rest your foot close to the zipper teeth. Now when you get to the zipper pull, you stop. Leave your needle down, lift your foot up. Now pull the zipper pull back behind your sewing foot. Lower your foot and continue, and you haven't lost your space because you did it that way. The reason you have to do that is because the zipper pull is too large to go under your foot. It'll cause a zigzag stitch. It'll be a mess. So practice your sewing a straight line. Now when you get to the end, you lock stitch backwards and forwards. And there you go. How did you do? Did you get your first zipper on there good? Test it out. Make sure you've fully sewed it on there. Sometimes you make a little boo-boo. All right, unzip the zipper halfway. Now I skipped the step here. The camera wasn't rolling, but you repeat that first step. You have to put your goose fabric down, facing up, put your zipper on it, face down, and then just repeat the very first step. Go back and watch that first step. It's the exact same thing. What I'm doing now, we are going to sew around the zipper. So I want to smooth the fabric out because I don't want it to be a bunch. Because if you don't smooth the fabric out, you'll have a bunch of fabric around your zipper and it'll get caught in your zipper every time you unzip it. So you want to pull your fabric away and pin it. Notice I'm pinning about 2 inches down. That's so I don't have to remove my pins while I'm sewing. But it'll still pull the fabric away from the zipper before I pull. And when I'm pulling, I'm doing the top fabric and the bottom fabric. I'm pulling both of them to keep them away from the zipper. This is top stitching, and it'll pull the fabric very nicely, make you a nice pretty stitch around your zipper. Checking the back, make sure the fabric is away from the zipper. Now I'm going to sew a rectangle around the zipper. I start on the short edge. Now when I cross this little piece of fabric right here, all I gotta do is go 3 stitches. Turn my fabric, and my left foot, edge of my foot, will ride along the zipper. Follow the edge of your zipper. You don't want to be real far away, and you don't want to be any closer. So follow the edge of your zipper with the left edge of your foot. Three steps forward, turn it, have my left foot follow the edge of my zipper. And you also want coordinating thread. You don't want to be sewing with red thread or a black thread. I've got white on here to help blend in with the fabric. So you want to have a color that blends in with your fabric nicely. Okay, I finished the rectangle. Now we're going to make the strap. I'm going to iron it first and get the wrinkles out and the creases. Now we're going to fold it like a gum wrapper. And I'm going to iron it since it's so long. I fold the edge to the center. Fold the other side to the center. Just like a Wrigley's gum wrapper. Okay, now I'm going to fold it on top of itself. Then I'm going to pin it. I'm making sure both edges match. That way when I sew it, I'm catching both sides of the fabric. Now we're going to sew a rectangle. I'm going to start on the short end, go frontwards and backwards, lock stitch it, needle down, turn the fabric. Now you're going to sew all the way down to the end. Be sure you're watching. Make sure you're catching both sides of your fabric. Needle down, turn your fabric. Okay, now you go down the last long line. You guys following along good? How's your little makeup bag coming along? I'd love to hear your comments. Love to know if you're making this with me. Frontwards and backwards, lock stitch. Okay, this is our strap. This is our pouch, ready to go for the final step. I have my fan blowing, that's why my fabric is ruffling there. It's hot up there in that garage in this temperature. Okay, so you fold the two outer fabrics together, and you want to make sure they're even where you sewed them together at. See where my thumbs are pinching it? Make sure those two seams are even. I'm going to put the outside edges of the strap there, fold the top over it, squish them together. You're going to think, man, this is hard with that zipper in there, but it's just fabric. Just squish them together. See how they're lined up neatly? You need to make sure your two top fabrics are lined up. Pin it. Now you're going to match all your edges together and pin them. Remember, it's fabric. You can make it, manipulate it, make it work. Okay, now we're on the inner lining. We're going to do the same thing. Press the two seams together. I'm trying to line up the lines. It's important you line them up. They're at the seams where both parts meet. Now, when we sew it, you start on your lining. You got to leave an opening because you're going to flip it. Now, I didn't show it there, but your zipper, I'll remember when I'm halfway through, but your zipper needs to be halfway undone at this step. Before you pin it, make sure your zipper is half undone. If your zipper is closed when you're finished with this step, you're gonna have a hard time flipping your bag because you won't be able to get your hand into that second area. Make sure it's half undone. That's very important. Now this little hump here, some of my students have problems with it. Just remember it's fabric. Just push it in there if you need to. There, I just remembered about the zipper. I'm checking it. And it was not halfway undone. I just unzipped it. Get to the corner, leave your needle down, foot up, turn your fabric. I enjoy sewing. It's very relaxing. I hope you all are enjoying it too. I'm double checking that I'm not running over the strap. The strap's right there. Now the strap's going to be under a lot of stress, so you want to sew over it, backspace over it, go forward over it again. And just to double check, I'm going to do it again because that takes a lot of stress when you put it on your strap. And it's got your phone in it, heavy wallet. So just to be safe, I sew over it several times. Okay, this is the last side. Remember, I've got to leave an opening so I can flip it. And remember to backspace and go forward. That locks your stitches. Otherwise, when you're trying to flip it, all your stitches will be coming out. Okay, because I unzipped it, I can now flip it all the way through to the other end. Poking out all the corners. Pulling on the handle, that'll pull that corner out. Okay, now I'm going to poke out the corners out of the lining. Okay, now we're going to sew the lining. Put your fingers in the two corners and pull, and that pulls the edges together. Now I normally sew the entire bottom, not just the opening. And it's 1/8 of a seam. It's a very narrow seam right along the very edge. See how close I am to the edge? Practice your straight line. It looks really good if you have a straight line here. Make sure you're sewing both sides of the fabric. Get to the end, back space, front space. Your pouch is done. Now all you gotta do is put this lining inside. Great job. I would love to see some images of your finished bag. Isn't that pretty? I hope yours is as pretty. I bet yours is prettier. Let me see. There's a close-up of it. Isn't that pretty? Now I want to give this bag away. If you comment below, Goose, I'll put you in the drawing. We'll draw next. I'll give it a month. Give people a chance to see the video.